make it to the playoffs in the semi-finals. And then we don't need to talk about the playoffs, where they get like 7 rounds in a BO3 versus Mouse in front of their home crowd. But the road through the groups was incredible for FURIA.
I think also like the Rio home crowd thing is always a weird one, because I think it also puts way more pressure on these guys than normal. And I think sometimes, you know, that can make or break.
I mean, that was super surprising because it's a Mouse who the narrative for a while has been like we haven't seen them on the stage. Sure, they broke through more recently this year, but in general, we haven't seen them. They've won one big stage game so far before Rio. So it's not like, so we have like the young players that, oh, maybe they're not that good on stage versus the biggest, like, the worst crowd to have against you, right? Like the crowd that is going to boo you when you win. And FURIA, we've seen every time in Rio, have made a run in front of the home crowd. So that was disappointing. But what wasn't disappointing was the Counter-Strike they played inside of the group stage, and this is the same situation. This is a FURIA that should be showing up and playing top-tier CS.
Go out in last place when the group stage rolls around. So it's certainly been a real mixed bag for this FURIA squad, but just when you look at the names, man, when you look at who's in this, now even when you look at like the addition of someone like Skulls, it's someone who has had, you know, fanfare around them. Sure, the whole time in Liquid was like a bit of a weird one, but even then, I think he had some nice moments in there, and it's a very different challenge. Then he has this homecoming going back to Brazilian Counter-Strike, and not just Brazilian Counter-Strike, but like the Brazilian team. You have Fallen, the kind of most decorated Brazilian player. Then you have K Serato, meant to be the best Brazilian player, full stop. Yuri on this sort of he had a bit of a drop-off, but then going through upticks and whatnot as that second man within the roster. This is meant to be the damage dealing squad, and so I don't want to lower my expectations of FURIA just based on who's in the damn team.
Don't worry, only they can do that, and that right now, right here in this game of Vertigo. Would you say that, I'm reaching maybe, Skulls to Liquid was the junior to FURIA? Is there can you draw similarities between those two roster changes, right? Like joining a culture that maybe you're not used to, you're like the quieter guy in that team, you know, there's some...
Yeah, I think also,
it's a little more
the difference there is
FURIA.
like I think like there were other problems in Liquid.
Right? I'll give you that. FURIA were actually playing really well at the time when Junior joined. They just lost Henny and they needed a strong AWPing presence. But we're in, folks. FURIA Karsay here on a BO1 on Vertigo, an 0-1 match as we go straight up the ramp on this T side.
Oh. Very up-tempo start here.
Oh.
And straight to the wayside for Karsay as they get chewed up trying to move in with these smokes down. Yeps, that's the end of the line for him. And a pretty dominant pistol as far as it goes. FURIA only losing Fallen, everyone else nailing him.
I do like the username Yeps. I think that's
it's
cool.
good, right?
Yeah, I like that. But nothing else in that round for Karsay. FURIA just sweep him. So we have presumably a full eco here in the second. I think that opener for FURIA was probably a reality check, you know, that they got to focus up. So this is the perfect game to find in your second round.
Oh God, Cello, how's this going so horribly, bro? Like,
can't leave.
Spam through yellow, narrowly gets out.
Fallen's like, nope, I want to make the money. I want to make that AWP money. And they'll do exactly that. SMG's clean up. FURIA 2-0. Karsay coming in with a buy. Let's see what they got now, because whatever you want to set a precedent for this T side, this is the round to do it. First buy round, you're on SMGs partly.
Let's see what Carl Urbano and the boys can do here.
Sure.
And also, by extension, that's a link into the Lord of the Rings reference from the last one because he was in that film too. So here we are. Karsay with the buy. And already it's a very different look here. While the pistol and the little eco that followed had a lot of pace behind them, they're being slower in the approach to this rifle round as they spread out, looking to take control of middle. They've got this molly that falls over towards short from Yeps to try and give more control. An easier time of taking away ramp.
Interesting he's got it pinned, because that's going to make audio as well. So that actually tells FURIA you're coming. Either way, only a small detail. FURIA's got a molly to counter it if he wants. So molly comes up gap, FURIA, oh sorry, Kase start to scale. It's all a fake right now though. Going back to this B split. Whoa. Oh no.
Oh, that's
now it has to be the B split. They've got nothing else to rely on.
Oh my, Yuri. That is a crazy way to go about it. Pushes the smoke over an elevator. Ricoli was dodged, but gonna get picked up by Serato on that SMG. It's all down to one man. And there's the backstab.
That was very patient for Kase, right? Like, they read it. They knew that FURIA would come for kills there, but I would have liked to just see them actually, once they revealed their position, that they were going for that B split, to actually just go over con and fight B stairs at the same time. I feel like that not doing that gave FURIA time to rotate CT off of A. And so even if Kase got the entries, there would have been so many more players at the B site. Like, the patience gets you one kill, but it's not going to win you the round. So now just pistols and nothing behind it. Time for FURIA to exert some control on the map. Some deep util, some aggressive positions. Cello breaking.
I think the other thing that's going to be hard for Kase is, like, you have no doubt they're going to be coming into this with a lot of ideas, but because this is like a asymmetric map in terms of experience and who the favorites are, you're not going to be given a lot of respect from FURIA, right? Or at least you shouldn't be. That's where, like, when you look at that previous game, Nouns versus Bestia, they're both kind of on a similar playing field, and so respect is given both ways, so you get to see both teams being able to run their strats. Meanwhile, even that last round is like a good example where FURIA pushed the smoke and get aggressive over in middle. They just kind of don't respect the elevator smoke. You're always going to have to be watching for moves like that out of FURIA if you're Kase here. And they've at least gone away with the opener in this round and some good control over towards B.
FURIA aren't falling for it though. They've still got two players here. Could the view model stop this spot maybe on the end of the smoke? It's looking okay right now, and the adjustment will be fine for Skulls. Easily done. FURIA helps out as well on the other side of the map, getting rid of the lurker. Fallen here to finish the job. Pistol out, and it's well done for FURIA. They don't fall for that one-man A hit. It's a fake. They know it, and they keep two at the other side of the map. So FURIA maintain control of this game on the anti-eco. Kase, another big buy with an AWP this time.
This feels nice as well. It's like Fallen was leading the big talk before this game, and it's not all talk from Fallen. He's showing up in the server to open up. Had that nice round where he kind of charges them down with the SMG on short. That's bankrolled the early stage of the game for him and lets him bring the AWP out here and now.
Whoa!
I'll say faster over in middle. One player has beaten that Molotov, but Serato doesn't hang around to find out. Instead, just going through the motions, falls back into the spawn. So for now, Kase have that control over mid, but they're not going to get given fights, not yet anyway.
Oh, and there's Fallen. Establishing Dominion on the AWP. He's trying to boost for a B pick right now, but a very passive setup. FURIA will go back for more info, it looks like. Skulls is re-peeking, but he's ready for that boost. Still doesn't win the fight. AK beats M4 in this one. Kase, they could just execute. That may be their best option. They have 3 Molotovs to do so. But FURIA just keep throwing themselves forward. Serato now pushed close in a position that they'll never clear because they're going back to A into an off angle from Cello. The Shadow, he shoots a bit early. Now he's in trouble.
Ooh. Yeah, that's awkward.
It's a great angle, but the shadow spooked him, Harry.
Yeah.
Ghosts.
Actually, Tam, we're being too fast is the problem. But, oh, fallen.
Not a problem for him.
Something here, yeah.
Right on time. Furia 5.
This is more like it. This is it, man. This is good. Plain sailing for Furia thus far.
You'd hope to see it.
Not every game has to be competitive. It's true.
It's true, yeah.
Like, if Furia come into this and they, like, barely scrape by with a win in overtime, you don't look at that and go, oh, this is sick for Furia's chances of making it through. Right now, it's a very, very composed CT side.
Yeah, it gives you a lot of confidence as well. You can see them getting hyped, making some noise. It's what you want to see. You want to see a confident Furia. It's a different beast and Fallen.
Oh, he's so back.
Yeah, he is back, all right. Easy killer middle for him. Off the flash. Riccioli has run some people down. He's found his 1v1s on lurks, but winning rounds, Fallen only in Furia's hands. Oh, that's a nice double urban.
Oh!
Takes him to the streets.
That is mad. Oh, Fallen awkward missed shot on the AWP. And so suddenly, Kase have got a real leg up in this round. Are they going to follow through? Because right now they're kind of exploring over towards B on 1. That's the pro, but the bulk of their players are over here on this A side of the map. Keserato goes hunting over on short, but put to rest. Leaves it all on Skulls. Usually found over at that B site. They've located him, an elevator backstab in. He now knows that B is lost, and that bomb moves in for Kase. A long way away, Skulls.
Did they throw the AWP out? I didn't catch it, but he's found it. Okay, good stuff. That's a save for Skulls. Can't go for this one. Just out of position for it. And a sick double deeg entry from Urban.
Dude, yeah, that is mad.
That's what
and I think, you know, that's kind of what was missing for Kase. You need like that one guy who has a sick moment, sick couple of rounds, just to get everyone else in the right headspace, kind of be your shining light. And, hell, couple more like that. Bro, that round essentially gets really awkward for Furia before you even have time to realize. It's not like that was one kill, slowly that gives away control, and now, you know, it starts to spiral from there. That is just 1 second, the entire nature of the round has changed.
Yeah. And BSD still followed up, very importantly. He took space off these kills. He got shot.
It's the second one, man.
Flick.
It's revolting!
Oh, yeah. Still, a double from BSD was very important. Gives Keserato his first death. Gets rid of the AWP. But it is safe for Skulls and Furia. Put it back to use. They can brush that one off. Pick themselves back up.
Yeah, I mean, you know, doing it once is one thing. It's like, it only becomes a problem now for Furia if problems keep emerging and suddenly Kase get activated. And it only becomes something that Kase are able to capitalize on if they continue, you know, pack rolling with that momentum now. So you've been given a round that you weren't supposed to get, where you were coming in with next to nothing, and then the individual brilliance of two players helped get it over the line. But this is where it's really important that you try to carry that through, because you are in a position where you can still take control of this game in spite of that initial 5-0 start. This is the round that decides that.
Oh, it's hectic through smokes, through mollies. Everyone's pushing utility right now. Cello takes a bit of a beating, but it's Riccioli's playing his early timing again, who dies first. Keserato re-peeking with his own flashbang back in the middle. It's a beautiful flash, and he gets the results he was looking for. 2 kills, and that trade does not matter. He knows he's cleared middle out. They commit towards the site, and it's only BSD left. He's got the chance to isolate, perhaps. But the door is closed. Skulls has taken a big flank. And Furia, just don't give them the 1v1s like they're doing right now.
Yeah, that's the one concerning thing. Skulls is playing this perfectly, denying the fallback, but you really need that trade potential between these two A-site players.
Good off angle from Cello, though. I don't think you're checking it. Oh, he got the spot and he left. So now Fallen can move forward.
It's good net closing over BSD. And so while he had the chance at 1v1s before, that chance is now gone. Fallen strikes.
Okay, that was at least active enough for
Yeah.
FURIA. Like, you see them all in different positions. You think, there's a way an AWP can win this. But as soon as they get info, they actually start adjusting. And they hunt him down. It's a great flash for K-Serato. Pocket that one for later. No dodging that util.
Counter-terrorist.
Karsei still in with a chance here of breaking back into this first half.
Got to win this one, though. They've got to break the money now.
That's with even less than they had in that last round. But necessity could be a real driving force of invention here, so let's see what Karsei do with their more limited resources.
Molly's not going to do a lot. It still allows you to fight gap.
Fallen. Might not be able to see, but still gets away with the opener. There's Yuri swinging out from short. Good little 1-2 punch over towards the top of ramp. Tease FURIA up with a man advantage. Haven't really had to look at these B-lurks thus far for Karsei. Let's see what they're able to get away with now. Skull's up close, and that's nice and easy for him. Now you're very split up. You have two players out on an island here trying to find something to go off of. But they won't be able to play together. Elbow seen.
Oh.
Skulls, don't know how he's the winner of that fight. Felt like he had everything going against him.
And into the AWP. Fallen's on a heater. He'll keep it burning. 12-3 on him. 11-4 on Yuri, but it's not just the numbers. Everyone's had their moments here for FURIA. 7-1. Oh, he didn't even see him. He actually didn't see him. He just got blind and shot. He flicked to where he thought a player would be and shot. All right, Fallen.
Pretty good, this guy.
Yeah, I've heard that.
Young prodigy, Fallen. On the AWP.
One for the future, I think. The future is here, right now, today. And while Karsei can't break through, FURIA will return to their winning ways. Nice shot, but will not do a thing. That's ugly for Skulls. He gets a good molly, but not a great spray.
Yeah, it's like an awkward moment you might just laugh off of your FURIA if you win this round. But for Karsei, it's a bit of a golden opportunity that felt like would never come their way in this round. There's the nade from Fallen.
They were boosting. Let him jump up first.
And so that's dealt with a lot of the worry here. Cello tagged up, gets to don the AWP over in mid, and he bears down upon them. Now you've got to go past K-Serato and Fallen. And you never even learn about the second man. Fallen goes springing on out to support K-Serato. And it's well handled with Fallen top in the charts. FURIA up 8-1. Tack timeout called in for Karsei, but I don't know how they solve this.
It's just business for FURIA. Yeah, they're playing really nice. They're playing together. They're doing double setups a lot. They're pushing as a unit on B.
They're playing like favorites too. They're really, you know, like
they're not playing scared.
Yeah.
Seeing ramp
which I think
control.
was maybe like a bit of the worry as well. You know, when you field that early L, you're 0-1 down now. Do you kind of, well, let's not mess up, guys.
Yeah, you can't play like that, especially in a game like this where you're such heavy favorites. We've never seen this head-to-head, right? FURIA don't play domestically as much as already at all versus these other teams from the region. They're dealing with everything Karsei throwing at them right now. Just one shimmer on the pistols. couple of well-placed Eagles, but right now FURIA just using Util really well and not giving Kase any advantages, any openings. Riccioli's also stopped getting his picks that he found in the first couple of rounds. Fallen opening the line. Waiting for a jump, not a tall player. It's a pre-fireable angle. But Fallen just won't give it away. Going B.
Other thing that's kind of scary here is like FURIA were very ready for the pace change. They've kept all the util in check, right? They've thrown out the early utility, but with a minute still left on the clock, having, you know, multiple incendiaries still on the cards, smokes even. They're not feeling that pressure to burn it early in spite of the fact that Kase have played pretty up-tempo rounds, and so you might think you're going to have an easier time when it comes time to actually exec in towards B here, but you're not. You still have a lot to get through if you're Kase, and the util alone could be a real defining factor here for FURIA.
Oh! If he hit the jump, that would be a 5v4. Just a little mistake can cost you the round, I think. I don't know how you recover this. 20 seconds, you're getting mollied out and wall-banged to make matters worse. KSerato may as well stay on this angle. They do find him with the orb, but there's two more players here.
Yeah, Skull's up close, will be accounted for. Quick turnaround, BSD's orb covers, and now it's all on Fallen.
Oh, man.
Rotate in.
There we go.
This one came down to the wire, just seconds left on the round. And now Fallen's got to try and clutch up 1-on-3, and he's pushed out through middle. What a turnaround! That looked done.
I wrote them off.
I think that's fair enough, bro. When you look at what was happening in the round, when you look at what was left, they're going into a stack over on the B site. They've got util still to get through. There's nades raining in and streaming in through ramp. They lose that opener. I think everyone, even FURIA, thought that round was done.
That was 3v5 after a failed boost that would have netted an easy opening kill into a mollied player. Got to give it to KSerato to recover that, and I don't blame him for going for a third fight, but it's actually the first domino that just falls, and that whole house of cards crumbling down. They're playing all the games right now. Okay, Kase have given themselves a lifeline. Can they break in and find 4 on the half? Or just going for a dry peek into A. This is a nice way to find an opener, but he's been spotted. Good repos for BSD. Reads a cello goes up and over. Molly's going to make life very uncomfortable, but they need to cover him. And the smoke will help him do so as well. Fallen's here to fight. Wall banged out by Yeps. And suddenly Kase have remembered what it's like to win, and they're picking up round after round. Unless, wait, that's an open plant. Oh my, no one was even
FURIA
covering.
could stop that,
He could have.
Doesn't expect he can, and so didn't even try his hand at the peak.
Oh yeah, no saving for you, buddy. They're coming.
Terrorists win.
All right, maybe a chance for 4 at the half. That's a very nice recovery for Kase. It felt like FURIA were absolutely rolling this game. Double entry here was ludicrous for Yeps. Catching Fallen, re-peeking Heaven.
Terrorist.
It's got to feel good for Kase, who have now finally put their opponents on pistols.
Ooh, okay. I'm actually really nervous now because FURIA went super strong over towards A with the goal of battling for that control early, and they actually get it, and they get the opener, and now they get the info that A ramp is clear. They hear this B exec coming in the meantime. Sure, they're going to be late to arrive, but in a 5v4, and a lot of this util burnt now for Kase, this is not plain sailing for the T side here.
This is a plan for FURIA. I love that Skulls actually doesn't commit into B off the molly on Connector. He just gives it up, and they want to go in 5v4 with the advantage. The only danger is there's no kit in the round, so they're on the clock.
You would really love an opener here just to alleviate some of that pressure, and BSD will provide it. The AWP fires off. A reaction yet from Fallen, hoping to go so late that all that attention is taken off of the backstab, but time is ticking away for FURIA if they want to win this. Okay, Serato and Cello kills a piece, but Fallen's dropped the ball on the backstab. Yeps, they nearly line up for him. It's going to be close. Defuse tapped, but they can't win this. And so Kase will pick up 4 on the half after all. FURIA taking just a little too long to come in on that retake. And it ends up coming back to bite them.
Yeah, that really hurts as well when you hit all your shots.
Yeah, you get all the kills.
Damn, if only we had more time. But the util was in. They were double smoked out. They got mollied at the start. So, yeah, Kase won that from the util game in the B site. Still a very nice half for FURIA. Okay, sure, they lose a couple of rounds at the end. They let Kase in for sure. With a surprising 3v5 on that B hit in round number 10. But ultimately, I think FURIA can be pretty happy. They controlled the game. Their individuals are playing well. Fallen's playing confident. And, yeah, throwing a pistol round, suddenly we're cooking.
Yeah, I think, you know, the only thing here is, like, I'm fully inclined to agree with you because we're both kind of presuming that FURIA are going to go from this to win. It's like, if this starts to get closer, one thing I think it's important to bear in mind is, like, the end of that game where Kase do streak together 3, only one of them, like, came from the back of winning an economy battle, right? So yeah, they had to earn the other 2, and that was what allowed them to even make this a semi-salvageable scoreline. And that's going to, based on how this second half goes, like, that's really what you judge FURIA by now. It's like, if they close it cleanly, cool. You gave them a couple of freebies at the end, but you ultimately locked in when it really matters. So let's see. Here we are. Pistols out. Kase mid-push. Berettas lead the charge.
Oof, how?
Yuri reaping the reward. He loves that.
You die there, you just say Glock. Your Glock, what can I do? It's pretty good. I think Julie's are better, but Yuri makes us doubt. Nice in, playing aggressive. And FURIA start to group towards B as well. Serato and Fallen have the util. He's going back for more. Oh, he's been spotted. Careful. Oh, squeezing shots out by Serato. Wallbangs him through the grate. Oh, Yuri's having a round. He's having a game
he
right
loves
now.
the pistol.
16 and 6. Any more? No.
So return the Urban left to get past. Done a good job of damaging Serato at the front of the pack, but there's just so many more where that came from. Hang on, one more from Urban. And Serato still tagged up from earlier on. He's onto something here. Oh, man, gets it done single-handedly. Oh, man.
Okay.
4 kills quickly, and that one is robbed away from FURIA. Pistol secured for Kase. They now take 4 rounds straight, and slowly but surely, these individuals are coming alive.
Talk about getting ahead of yourself. You think you've won the game, mate. You've not won the pistol yet. And he proves it. That's despite a triple entry kill for Yuri. A 4-on-1. And Urban just comes out of nowhere. He's the guy who kick-started their first round with a double D entry, and now he kick-starts the second half with a 1v4 clutch.
Urban, pistol merchant.
Yeah.
Like, literally, 6 of his 8 kills are from pistols.
Oh, this is... Okay, we've got a game on our hands, Harry, as they say. They being me. Like the elevator smoke, he blocks it, but it's still going to allow FURIA to rush mid. And Kase understand exactly what that means. The issue is there's only one player at B, and he's flashed out. Another deep down the stairs, in trouble. Yep's getting chased. The Molly's not going to do a thing. They can run at you from all ways. And FURIA land back on their feet after a bit of a blunder. Kind of arguably better than winning the pistol. It was all part of the plan. I like the set piece. That's what we talked about last game, right? With Bestia running set rounds in the second. FURIA had even more to work with, right? They got the bomb plant, but elevator smoke, good flashes to blind the B players from middle, and just flood them from con.
Well, that's course correcting there from FURIA. Because they do get out with like the best guns that they brought forward, so they still have the M4s as they now look to kind of force buy up themselves. I assume.
I think you're assuming correctly. Wouldn't make sense to eco.
The other thing that's wild there, though, is like 2 of the players of FURIA get out of that round on like 2 and 7 HP, and if those have gone other ways, like maybe it's a bit more interesting. It's really fine margins. Timeout called in for Kase because they know like this is a lot of the game rides on you trying to immediately reply to FURIA here and now.
Yeah,
you're past the point of being able to like go through the motions in this game. You need to have an idea.
Their first buy round will be at 11-5, you know, buy on buy. So
yeah, this is like one of 2 chances you have to keep your game afloat.
A trade, but they're ready for the boost. FURIA don't fall for it, not in this round. Rifle retrieved. Yeps tries to put it to use. Both rifles spotted on B. FURIA should call this either off or to delay it. They can't just keep taking fights with worse weaponry. So they go quiet, that's fine. You can recommit to B. You can hope that Kase rotate out. They've done exactly that. You don't necessarily have to go A. You just have to make him think you're going A.
I mean, you know, this is like the more experienced team playing with the nerves of the less experienced team, right? They fake sounds on the fallback, and they've fully expected that Kase are going to react to that, and they have.
Yeah, beautiful move for FURIA. They're just going to walk into B right now. They do throw some nades, maybe expecting 1 rifle, but Yeps is only just getting here now. Really nice recovery for FURIA, and fallen drive-by with the MP9. Makes it a done deal as far as I'm concerned. Flank has good timing. There's no way FURIA aren't watching. Yeah. Unfortunately, the right call. 10-5. And despite a ludicrous pistol clutch, FURIA are going to stomp this T side, it seems. Kase have 1 full buy round to prove otherwise. Don't know why the pistol's so far away. An upgrade is actually huge here. Like, hunting an exit.
Seeing that kill from Cello's POV is even wilder. Because I was thinking like maybe he flicked to it or something, but nah, fully ready. Knowing that those hero guns are in play, expecting a couple of gimmicks. And that's exactly what they were given. There's another boost taking place with the rifle this time.
I like it. Put it to use. And if the top player dies, it just immediately drops to the bottom player. There's a map you can lose guns on, so that's something. They can go right under this rifle, but FURIA look to fight. What?
Cello!
What?
Cello, man! Stop it!
What?
Stop it every
Why
time,
are you ready
every
for that?
boost, every variation of it.
That's like you watched one demo, or like your analyst watched one demo. Like, has Inner Shine done this? You watch one demo, you're like, yeah, they love these boosts. They keep doing these B boosts. Watch out for these B boosts. And back-to-back rounds, they hard clear the B boosts. I don't know why they're...
And there's no doubt in your mind, like, with how he peaked that one.
Yeah, he knew.
Again, like, he's fully ready.
Yeah, he knew.
Oh.
There is, like, logic to it where you're going, okay, they have bad money, they have one gun, what are they going to set the rifle up, what would I do? Okay, a boost is a good idea. We're going B, let's clear it. But
so sick that it's Cello both times
as well.
like,
I feel like they've prepped. That feels like prep there. Because to do it back-to-back rounds in different boosts? Okay. He knows. Aware. FURIA, beautiful game right now. Couple of slip in the mud, but they've stood right back up every time. That gun's gone off the map, buddy. Oh! Okay, so he wasn't actually looking for that. Because that's a hard boost to clear. Hard for the other one. He's looking for close. Okay, I take it all back. Luck of the draw. Alright, final chance. First buy. And an open middle to start it all. But he's so wide, he can't escape off that flash. Beautiful utility.
Oh,
hit a gap.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
Oh, Yuri.
So
He's about to ruin everything.
They're everywhere.
Mid's lost as well. Yuri backstab ramp. And even though they're quick to pick up the trade there, they now know they've got this defense split in two. Nice it onto the M4, but as he jumps up right into the crosshairs of Fallen, Riccioli was last seen over towards this A side of the map, so it's a safe B plant for FURIA in what had to be a successful round for Kase. It now all rests on one man.
Gotta try it.
Is Riccioli on the menu for FURIA?
45 seconds in boiling water to stew, but they won't give him that long. Fallen with a masterful game. 18-7 on the captain. FURIA 12-5, and yeah, this is feels as good as done. This is not an opening game where you can catch FURIA sleeping. This is a match where FURIA have already fallen 0-1, and they have something to prove here in the RMR. Back to their winning ways.
I say adamant that boosts will be the solution.
One way or another. No one has ever cleared a boost, Harry. But what if they just don't go A?
I mean, at least Cello's over towards B.
They won't be boosting there anytime soon. Bomb going up ramp. Is there hope for the boost? It's actually fallen apart already.
That's you know, it's a resource-intensive boost.
Yeah,
like you actually can't hold it forever because it's the three-man boost. So after a while, you kind of just need to go and take the real estate that it's locked down. That's a good opening to get down here in middle. And FURIA, looking like they want to try and regroup over towards this B site. Walk the bomb out in middle for a B split.
Cheeky boost. Yep. And only one bullet needed. Here we go, 30 seconds. Time to close the net.
Fallen through the window. It's Yeps' MP9 that's got to withstand this, and sure, it's good for the first, but can't stick around. A layered peek there from FURIA. Backstab's already arriving, but Keserato holds it. And Sir Urban all alone stops the plot. Another clutch up over towards B is needed, but he's not going to get it. FURIA walk away with a clean win here versus Kase. Couple of rounds given up down the stretch, but all in all, it is that recovery you were looking for from the FURIA squad after starting the day going 0-1.
Yeah, you can't have a flawless game, can you? There's always going to be a couple of moments of madness, some brilliance, in fact, as well, from a few players. Urban with the pistols especially, the Deagle to the USP, but otherwise, it's FURIA in full control. And that's what you like to see from a team that we rate as highly as FURIA, especially with recent results as good as they were back at IEM Rio, beating the world's best team 2-0 as well in the group stage. So we expect FURIA to be going through to the major, and that's the first step in the right direction.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I think it's always like weird whenever you just get like the sort of expected result. It's not, I can tell you this was a close game. Really, it's just reassuring for a FURIA that, as you say, you have expectations for, and you felt like they weren't met earlier on in the day. For Kase, I think you know, this is one where undoubtedly they were coming in as the underdogs. They had some nice moments in there. It's one where I think you can still leave it with your head kind of held high in a way. Like, this was what everyone thought would happen, and it happened.
Yeah. You got a few rounds, you got some practice. This is the best team in your region.
Yeah.
They're so good they're not even in your region anymore. They play in Europe. So I don't think this is anything shocking. I think for a couple of these teams, I think even Crew, we'll talk about them later in that Liquid match, but they said in an interview, we didn't expect to even make it to the RMR. Like, we're shocked we're here. So we're just happy for the opportunity. And I won't put that onto Carse. They haven't said that, right? They did win out their qualifier in their region. They were in the top 2. So I think they have some expectations, but I don't think this is a game where you can really prove your worth when you have FURIA not in an opener, but at 0-1. Like, there's no way FURIA are going to come in sleepy to game 2 after losing their debut. So yeah, it's good, reassuring to see FURIA able to kick it up a notch after a very dismal, not very dismal, but, you know, after going 0-1, when they don't want to do it.
No, I mean, you have different expectations for different teams, right? And it's just like FURIA fell flat in meeting that expectation at the start of the day. Now they're back on the right track. And for Carse, the expectation's lower.
Yeah. You put
That's just kind of it, right?
You put it well, Harry. You put it...
Also, you know, I want to say, like, I think BSD had some nice moments on the AWP, kind of like was cool to get to see him play with that a little bit. I think as well. The obvious one, is with the pistols, bro. I mean,
that 1v4 is a highlight. You go home,
the 1v4, you feel good about that,
and you take that pistol 1v4 against FURIA with you, right?
Yeah,
and you're happy. You got your highlight. You got something from this event.
2 highlights. The little double dig as well was awesome.
You won them